live.
We're live.
Don't say that, Henry. Don't say that, Henry.
Don't say it.
I'm not cut out for these duties. Well, welcome everybody out in the cyberspace lands. We're here in our last session after 3 years. We all came together. I think we've got some of the original party here, but we're not going to show any elitism like that. But Henry gets to live at the end. We get to, let's see, we started way back in the day during the COVID times. Krista and I watched a Jason Charles Miller episode for about a week straight and learned how to play Dungeons and Dragons. We started out with JD and Vamp Petey, who's out there in the universe. He died a couple times. Henry joined in, and Manu saw me posting stuff on Facebook and was like, hey, are you guys playing Dungeons and Dragons? And then it piled up. I played Neverwinter PS4 with Connor, and I would text him every weekend like, what's a DC for a cleric spell? What's a D? And he would just send me page numbers. As a good instructor would do, he's like, page 273 MN, page 273 DMG. Epione / Krista, she has no choice. She has to play Dungeons and Dragons because I take up half of her house at all times, so she just kind of grins and bears it. Gary and I went to the war times together back in the day. He saw me posted and started asking, if he was like crawling in, like kind of tapping his foot into D&D, and is this stuff weird, satanic panic, blah blah blah. And I grabbed him and I pulled him in. Next thing you know, like he's got 19 different characters and blah blah blah. Let's see, we got Kara and Sam, our Floridians down there, just joined in towards the end. I was watching Kara play, get big into Star Wars cosplay from the side, and she was talking about fighting cancer, and I suffer from crushing empathy. I'm just like, if you want to have a release, come to Faerun. We don't have cancer here. And you were like, all right, I'll give it a try. And you battled that like a champ. And here you are crushing books and living your best life. And then friend Sam, who you've been in for like a month and a half or so, with us. So 3 years from now, we'll have memories. We're just not there yet.
Not there yet. Still a stranger.
Judgy / James / Stacks / Tagir. I think he's in the bottom right. I'm a fanboy of a dude named Jay Foster and his cool, beautiful family with pets and kids and stuff. And as I was growing into Twitch, I was spying other Twitch streamers. And that's where I met Judgy as we were Instagramming back and forth and blah, blah, blah. And same thing, we're just kind of hanging out. Next thing you know, best friends forever. And we're kind of supporting each other. We're already blossoming into which is next week, which is an amazing charitable event for the Wounded Warrior Project. It's going to be super sick. Highly recommend watching us all completely argue and rules lawyer each other, and just we should call it the Meta Bowl, because it's going to be out of control. It needs 2 DMs to wrangle these guys. It's going to be a blast. It's for a great cause. I want to say personally for you guys, I'm going to try not to get shooken up throughout this thing, but Mirren, or for JD, Krista, Henry out there, we've done this for a really long time together. I'm just having you being able to go from 0 to 20 for an entire campaign is like, it gives me chills. It's been wild times. We've made friends and we've made eternal enemies in this campaign over 3 years. Just kidding out there, but I'm really honored to be able to experience this, guys. We went from like marker boards and oatmeal cans as little towers to I have let's talk about money. I have no money. Like it's all there. We put it all on the table for you guys. We love you so much. Here's some brands out there. I think it's called Dirt Cheap Dungeons. If you can find those guys, they make great terrain. Building Fantasies has been fantastic. Trent from RFI Prince, an absolute blessing. He sent me a Coliseum for our Wounded Warrior Project fight next week. That's just, man, what an amazing blessing for a veteran community.
And all of our buildings that we have?
All of our buildings that we're trying to paint, those are pro bono from a friend and a veteran also, down in Huatuca. So thank you so much, Trent, out in the universe. Who else can we think of? Splinter Tree.
Sam at Splinter Tree is donating a couple sets of dice for some giveaways, and she's big in the community down here.
Yep. Trying to think of other cool stuff, other cool folks that have reached out and sent stuff. So the 3D Egos is out there in the universe, but I'm only assume I bought so much from them that they're probably like Walmart. You know what I mean? Like, because they're everywhere on Etsy. But Dungeon Forge was fantastic also. When it comes to Croatoic and this cool Zariel Angel that you guys saw last week, he lives in like Brisbane or Sydney or Tasmania, and literally painted it in 2 weeks for me. In Australia, because I really wanted something for you guys to have. Lawrence, if you're out in cyberspace watching, we miss you. Lawrence, the swordsman, he's the only one not with us, and I'll NPC him today. Definitely won't kill him. Yep, good. And that's Adrestia, who will be the greatest dungeon master someday in about 30 years, as I bequeath all of this onto her, as I invest in a nursing home called the Dotage Dungeon, and we all play there in the future with all of our toys, and it's gonna be fantastic. Someone bring the Japanese whiskey.
Did you want to shout out to all of the other Stronghold members that are no longer
out in
with
the universe? All the Belgars and the Dianes, and the Gooses. Yeah.
Kristen, Magditch.
Tristan Magditch, Mags Chief himself is out there. Who else? Liam.
Son?
Yep. We've had 40 to make 10. But we love you all. Diane and Tom, if you guys are watching, Adamo, if you're watching out there, miss you guys in. Let me in. To Zoom.
My bad.
Zoom link.
And Lanzaurus.
We've got some new cameras that we're testing out for the next campaign today, so bear with us. Okay, you guys ready to jump in?
We didn't mention Connor.
Yeah, we did. Pete. I told him he was Neverwinter PS4 together, and then he was my page 72 in the Dungeon Master thing.
Dan.
Yeah. Tell me everything I know.
No, I didn't. You've surpassed me, sir.
Oh, and Dan. And Taurus.
Yeah. I did say, yeah.
And Dan. Robot, our artificer robot, who is part of now. He's totally borged into the Reich Wave. So
I love it.
He's with us eternally. Yes. Okay.
Love you guys.
You guys ready?
Let's do some.
Do it.
All right. So last week, let me just jump into some things. We missed Kaigon and Mirren, and these things happen because we live real lives, of course, right? So you guys were in the dream. If you guys did watch this, you guys were fighting a pack of gnolls, about 40 of them, and one was chugging milk. You might want to catch up on that one. So milk was just streaming everywhere. It was just a big milky mess. And you guys lost about 30 hit points. Throughout this battle, you guys got pulled into a dream by Lulu as you guys were approaching the sword of Zariel in the Bleeding Citadel. As you walked towards the sword, you saw a lady with a scar on her face, who you're gonna presume is Yael. Lulu goes, I remember, and then whoop, you guys pop into a dream. You guys were in this village called Idle Glen, and it was being attacked by Yinagu's folks. There was a Merilith called Meredith that Connor cunningly dodged away from. And you guys did a pretty good job against your foes there. At the end of this, Yinagu takes his flail and just blasts Manu with some what we'll call DM plot damage, as I was confused with it. And you ran confused across the piazza, or the town center in front of the church. When this happened, a bit of hopelessness occurred because this demon was so strong, and he was laying a whooping on everybody, and you saw hordes of gnolls arriving, and that's where Zariel arrived, and with her holy light, booped everybody on the map, and the Hell Riders arrived as well, and you guys kind of saw that as well, Kaigon and Mirren. And something that occurred for you guys at the end is Zariel is kind of speaking in a dream fashion. She looks down at the party and she basically says, I'll read it. Yinagu slaughtered those that I swore to protect. I can stop him and others like him. I might have to give up all I stand for, but I could stem the tide of chaos and save many lives from the demonic terrors of the abyss. Mirren, were you in my place, would you risk it all to save others?
Yeah, without a doubt, for death is for the next phase in life.
Sounds like a yes. Kygon.
Yeah, without hesitation.
All right. So you guys have the charm of vitality. No one said no, which is interesting. Yeah. Well, great job. I love you guys. This is great. So the charm of vitality, just put a potion of vitality in your how you doing? Your bag, your equipment.
Inventory.
And what I would say is, it basically, if you take it for the next 24 hours, every time you take a hit die and a short rest, you get 100% of that hit die, and it cures all super new aids and things like that you could have. Yeah, so like diseases and poisons and whatever, and exhaustion. Cluthkin, super important. It cures exhaustion because Cluthkin got hit with a boo-boo at the end. These things happen. So for folks that just came in, yep, as I mentioned, if you're 16 or 17, 18, 19, not 20 yet, be prepared to level up quickly throughout this battle. If you have to take a short rest for D&D Beyond to gonkulate it, go ahead. If not, please don't, for the spirit of the game. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. You're going to die anyways. So Zariel grabs atop the golden manes of a mastodon, climbs on top of it, and if you remember, she speaks to the priestess, and she reaches over and she's like, "Come, Stanisil, I need your spirit in the war to come. We will take your son to his father." And she scoops up the baby and climbs to the heavens before they enter the Avernus. She clutches Stanisil's stomach. The daughter that you've always desired, she will be born in glorious victory against the abyss. As she touches her stomach, and you get the sense that some sort of like energy goes into her body as Zariel calls up energy to the Morning Lord, Lathander. So that was kind of the recap of the ending, and then the dream fades, and you guys all find yourself in the Bleeding Citadel, level advanced or whatever. You guys heard this message, and Epione, you had a vision as you remembered a little bit of a battle scene, and where you were given information that it was Zariel clutching her womb. You are now seeing a very beautiful, dark raven-haired woman clutching her abdomen, and in like a circle of knights fighting back. You can like look up and you see this massive beast's heads. It looks just like a minotaur with tons and tons of horns all around him, horns and antlers coming out of his elbows, just like beastly, and he's just pounding on Zariel, and you see knights scrambling to break a wedge to get out of this formation. You see knights abandoning Zariel and pulling back from the wall, and you find yourself in this, because the map is there, the square room. Imagine, what's the name of that church in Paris with the big blue, it's like Saint, it's always Saint, but Saint Chapelle. So imagine the big blue aura of the light of this amazing stained glass around you. Oh, there's a frog. There's a frog. I was like, is that this frog's back there like, yeah, this story's great, bro. So weirdly enough, you're inside this chapel and there's like a frog just like bouncing around in there. You're an NPC now, Dave. So you're in this huge cathedral, despite the fact that you're in this blistered wound, this scab on the Avernus, but the inside is this big domed cathedral. It radiates radiant light upon this lone shaft of a long sword buried into a stone. The sword is the stone. It's sitting in there. I can't not do that part. But it's a teal in color, with the golden sunlight hitting its hilt. And, you see, the steam or the power just kind of around it, whatever is, use your imagination. This thing's wicked strong, a wicked huge sword, and it's got big powers in it. You guys are kind of sitting there. And I'll read you the full blurb here real quick. What was it on? Oh yeah, it's on. What's up? Mine. Say what?
No, I meant for the board.
Oh, no, because we're going to go camera. Only one camera can be on for Zoom. So, yeah, remember? So, claiming the sword is where we'll begin. You guys exit the dream. You stand before a dais atop which glows the sword of Zariel. Also before you are Lulu and a ghostly warrior, Yael. The Holy Font is the first to speak. I remember everything now. Idleglen was the last straw. We followed Zariel to Avernus. But the evil there proved to be too much for us. Asmodeus appeared and promised Zariel infernal legions to end the blood war. But she had to give the Lord of the Nine Hells her fealty. She accepted and became an archdevil. But not before Yael and I took the sword, hoping it could redeem Zariel someday. I gave up my magic and memories, and Yael gave up her life to construct this palace to protect the sword. Yael's ghost approaches through the mist, standing above the sword, with her hand pointing out, gesturing towards the sword. You have faced many trials to claim the sword of Zariel. I am sorry to say, you face one more. As the inscription says in the dais, the hero who becomes one with this blade exists no longer. Which of you is brave enough to draw the blade and be gone forever? Frogs!
Well,
Frog! Ribbit!
Having been, and obviously a subject to Killenbor, and death is nothing to me. It is just the next part of existence. And being generally good, I would like to think. I step forward and I grab the sword.
Connor snatches it. No, I'm kidding. It's like boop, 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 boop.
I stop Mirren.
Impossible.
You didn't even see me there. I was invisible.
Yeah.
No, I stop him and go, whilst I value your input, there's 9 of us here. Surely there's others that will take it as well.
There need be.
Vote for Henry. If this is a symbol of good, it is a symbol of good. Not everybody in this group is qualified to get this sword. And I'm just saying, the guy that managed to call down his god to bring us all back to life and good health, who is so good, his god descended from the heavens for all of us.
Twice.
All of us. And we're all standing here right now. I think that is the person that should draw this sword.
I have other things to do in this life.
He's also our greatest healer. I don't think we should sacrifice our healer.
Okay. Connor walks forward and a solemn look on his face and says, "My dearest companions, I am a man of action and not words, but please, I cannot let this moment pass. As I stand before you, I cannot help but reflect on the many battles we've fought together, the hardships we've endured, the victories we've achieved. I have lived a long life, longer than all of you. In that time, I have accomplished much. Saved my father, protected Furun, and served my king. But as I say to you, my friends, the greatest accomplishment of my life has been forming a bond with you that will never end. Henry, You are the embodiment of piety and faith. You're a shining example of what means to be a true holy warrior of Farun. Farun needs you to ensure that the moral compass of our land continues. Epione, your light shines brighter than any star in the sky. You are the heart and soul of Stronghold.
Well,
Your unwavering commitment to our cause is an inspiration to us all. Manu, what can I say about Manu? Well, your strength and dedication to our cause are... Even death cannot stop you from fulfilling your duty. Kaigon, your rage and ferocity are awe-inspiring. With your mighty hammer, you strike fear into the hearts of our enemies. Without you, Stronghold would be not as we are today. And Valanthe, your passion and youth remind me of what I have let go of my own to achieve my goals. Let my example be a final lesson to you, my young friend. Strive to be good, and remember that the ends do not always justify the means. To anyone I've not mentioned, Stronghold is only as strong as its members, and for you to be part of this means you are a hero in the truest sense of the word. My friends, I have done things in my life that I'm not proud of. I've made sacrifices and choices that were difficult and painful. But always my reasoning was the outcome was the most important, and the means always justified the ends. This sword is not a prize to be won. The prize is to return to Farun, save the world, and keep it on the right path. I am not needed for this task. My task, well, sorry, that's not the right word. It's been my honor to get you here. So I implore each and every one of you to fight with all your might, to stand strong in the face of adversity, and never forget what you are fighting for. You must return to Farun to continue to fight to ensure the land remains a place of peace, justice, and prosperity. Together you can achieve anything. Go forth and make mark on history.
Connor, we'll forever carry you with us. Is there any way we can all hold hands and pull it together?
Always with the angle.
you hear just like this frog in the corner of the chapel.
Yeah.
Just like, look at I love you, Connor.
Wow.
Let's speech.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You pulling the
Fine
speech. Sword? So Mirren's reaching for it. What are we gonna do here? Making things weird?
Roll for initiative.
Yeah,
Okay.
roll for initiative and see who gets there first.
Okay.
Screw that.
Let's go. All right.
But,
Yeah.
initiative, you got like 47.
Who? Connor does? Oh, Connor's pulling it?
Yeah.
No,
Connor's pulling the sword?
he said roll for initiative. Roll for initiative to see who gets there first.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, roll for that one.
Yeah.
Scene.
Well, unless I get a nat 20, which I did not.
So
Kind of beats him.
Connor, you going to the sword?
He beats
Yep.
him with his little
By
legs.
default.
His armor slowed him down.
Okay. Well, Connor, your guy, John Wick, just off the map. John Wick is excommunicado. All right. So, Connor, you go to do this thing, and Connor makes this selfless move before you can get there. As you reach out with your gauntlet. I have to head to this page real quick. All right. So Connor, you reach out as a burst of light rips through your body, as like from every pore you begin to go and expand and become in your colors completely like you take a blue hue, your eyes roll black into whiteness, and it glows in a radiant light. Your hair begins to fall off in a very like clean posture. Your mass expands 2-3 times. You attune to this great celestial sword as gigantic white wings unfold from your back. You gain divine presence, and you become a more blessed part of yourself. As you reach for the sword, completely surprising the DM and expanding this thing, you stand before yourself in a glen. You see a unicorn run from the glen straight up to you. The unicorn turns into an exact image of your father on the boat, or on the right wave. He's like, I knew you'd make me proud. He's like, I wasn't in the prison. Maliki sent me as a visage, and I knew from dreams that I was having as a young lad that my destiny was to get you to the point where you are now. It's like, you've done me proud. As he blesses you and puts his hand on you, and you can feel your charisma go to 20. As you change, and he's like, when you're through with this and you guide your friends, he's like, I'll see you on the other side. And he drifts back, turns and then runs out of the glen. You hear gentle hooves hitting a creek and splashing off. And for the rest of the party, you see a planetar standing before you. You've got all the skills you have. You just look a tad different now. Switch him.
Switch.
As I come back, I turn to Mirren and say, I apologize. You have a more righteous path to walk in Farun than death. I know your god. Death is only but a beginning, but you're needed much more than I back in Farun.
Yeah, I'm fairly indifferent about it.
Yeah. Okay. Lulu flutters forward, and Yael looks at the party, and she smiles. And she's like, I can't wait to be redeemed. She's like, brace yourself. As the sword flashes, the Bleeding Citadel explodes. The red light of the Avernus is around you. Yael disappears. You see Proictoic fly thousands of feet like a flopping salmon, and demons flying out of this blister, out of this scab for miles, and you just see guts hit Lantorus's face, like on the Reich wave, which is just starting to drift towards you guys on the ground of the Avernus. Well, that happened. The Reich wave lists forward to you guys. Ropes and ladders fall, and Lulu looks to you all and says, we need to return Zariel to the celestial hosts. We need to get the sword to her. The blood wars are raging. I can feel it. I know where we need to go to get to Elturel. Elturel's going to be pulled down to the river Styx. We must go. And she flies up into the ship. I was gonna hold off on this, but Connor's speech was too much for me. I almost lost it for a second there. There'd be no crying on Twitch.
It was good.
You weren't the one that
it was really good.
You weren't the ones saying it.
I'm gonna have to go take a short rest and fill my own cup. Holy cow!
Okay.
So I'm gonna pass it off to you guys. You guys have. It's we're 30 minutes in, okay? You guys are on the ship. You guys are literally like Paint It Black is playing, and you guys are on the Chinook from hell, and you're heading towards the Blood Wars. Prepare a mission plan.
Hey Connor, are you like an angel now, or what? Like, what's up, man?
I don't know.
What's this vibe?
These wings
So look
are a
up
little
Sword
bit
of
not
Zariel.
me.
You add the Sword of Zariel properties to the sword to your character. You just look like a planetar now. You still have your tattoos of Maliki going up your arms. Nope, he froze. Is he frozen for me or just for?
I think for everybody.
He is frozen.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yeah, he's frozen.
I can,
Am I
we
frozen,
can
am I?
hear you. You're just not moving. So you're like lagged.
Oh, you.
I can hear you. It's fine.
Yeah, I can. Oh, yeah. I'll switch videos now. One sec. Did you turn yours off? Yep.
So on the ship now, it's everybody
Okay.
plus Yale and Connor. Yale came too? Or no?
Switching cameras, Manu.
Looks good.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, Yale. We're just gonna quick make a swappy swap with some stuff. We can actually just put the ship over here in the main screen bit. Yeah.
Okay.
And then just leave it.
Oh,
That works for you. Just careful, the bottom is not
Tim.
when you move it.
Tim, question for you.
Yeah, go ahead. So I can play
Apparently
Lulu in your
this-
mission planning.
Apparently, this sword changes my
Well-
personality traits.
That's right. You can roll for those. So go ahead, and while they're setting up the right wave down there, when you guys are done, can you move it down to this spot? Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
leave
2. Okay.
it down
I
there.
will not. This is going to be fun. I will not tell a lie.
Oh, you did that? Okay, cool. Oh, you know how to roll for it? Okay, good. So you can't tell a lie.
Hang on, I haven't got to the next bit yet, so I cannot tell a lie. What's the next one I need to roll? D6. Number 1. I always help those in need.
You're screwed now.
That's
Yeah. More paladins.
Oops, I wasn't muted. Sorry.
Bond 2. I must keep a written record on the beliefs and sins that I witness. When finished, my book will be a gift to the universe.
Yeah, my books too.
The Pantheon.
Okay.
Connor.
My flaw is 6. I ignore those who do not support my plans, for my calling is higher than all others.
Well, that might be a problem.
I don't think that changed.
So no change. so you're Connor. You're just a big blue bald Connor. Nice. Okie dokie. All right, so the Reich Wave awaits you. Your kobold slash, donkey guys are waiting for you. Crickendolt is there. The cartographer, is at the helm, but Lulu knows where to go. Now that she is fully restored, she has as Zariel's familiar, she knows where to find Zariel. So she's just starts pointing. She goes back to the helm and she points her little trunk forward and just hey, huh? Or whatever, whatever. That's my best elephant.
Hey, so before we start mission planning and reminder that me and the blue guy and that owlbear dude, we've really only been here 2 days or something. Who's the bad guy again? Who are we trying to go? We had 7 different plot lines and they all went back and forth and there were lots of maps, but who are we trying to kill again? Somebody remind me.
So it's not necessarily
Those of you watching at home, pay attention.
more so Zariel has became, a devil and is doing bad things, but we're trying to get her back good so that it doesn't happen again, and then return Elturel back to the surface. But she's not a bad guy, just a bad
misguided at the time, at the moment.
The Avernus is kind of a gateway drug to Satanism. You're so devils are not that bad. You could be a demon.
A temporarily inconvenienced angel, you might say. Okay. So don't kill, go fix, resolve all the issues. Got it. Okay, I'm cool. I'm good. I'm with it now. And I'm back.
It's it's a big God war. How would you expect? It's going to be confusing, I suppose. But yeah, the book I've read it 9 times. I'm still trying to figure it out.
So I have a question. How come I'm still alive? I'm supposed to be dead.
I mean, you lose some agency of your character when you do that. I think that's what they mean. You don't see Connor anymore. You see this hulking blue. You know what I mean? What was the name of that show with the
Smurfs?
Yeah, you look like a giant Smurf. You're Papa Smurf now.
So we still have to release Elturel. Are we able to get to Elturel first and release
I'm
Elturel?
Lulu. You can ask any questions that you want. Yep.
Are we able to get to Elturel first with enough time to and release Elturel before attempting to save Zariel?
You'd have to. I think that's more of a perception, honestly. I think that's more of a perception. And I would say, if you're asking just that's more of a perception one. Oh, your minor, your flaws or your. I'm sorry. One more thing, but then I'll get to that one. Your proficiency. You have a spell. You get proficiency in perception. Do you already have that, Connor?
Yes.
You already have
Do I have perception in? Ask that question again and see if you honestly thought. Think about what you said.
You gain a proficiency in something. I'll get back to you. You learn a spell, a 3rd level spell, at will, Crusader's Mantle, and you have the Aura of Vitality.
Fuck's that mean in English?
On page
You are English.
of the Dungeon Master's Guide. We've come full circle, dog.
Ooh.
The apprentice
Alright.
is now the master. The circle is now complete.
I found robes on the floor.
So did you say I can cast that spell at will? Or
I think it's an at-will Crusader's Mantle. I'd have to check. It's the minor proficiency 6170 thing under boons. I'll look it up here in a second. But I believe it's a concentration spell. Blah 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 blah. But you have Crusader's Mantle. Manu, make a perception check on this one.
Okay. 11. Or sorry, 12.
So somebody can help him. If you're talking about this out loud, you know what I mean? I'll just be like,
Everyone's vested in this at this point, so.
yeah. If anybody wants to assist him, select a proficiency of your choosing.
I got 13. I'm not doing much better. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got 25. Kluthkin.
Who was that? Kluthkin?
Kluthkin.
Kluthkin, you're like, you think to yourself, well, didn't we make a deal with Tiamat when we arrive to Elturel? Isn't Tiamat supposed to arrive at that time? Wasn't that what Archon said? But then you thought you heard the timelines, and if Zariel is there and the hordes of demons are there at the chains, like your greatest concern now is Zariel getting those souls into hell. Like it's a 50-50 kind of deal. You'd have to arrive, you'd have to cut the chains, you'd have to get rid of the companion, all while aggro. That makes sense. So like as you're traveling, is it better to go straight towards the fight?
This could either be in character or out of character, because I'm not actually Manu doesn't really know this. Is it the companion that's holding Elturel down as well as the chains? So if we release the companion, does that release Elturel, or do we have to do both?
So Manu's asking that to Kluthkin, as Kluthkin has like really strong perception of what's going on here.
Because I have the rods. Like rods are right here.
Yep.
Can I not reach out and talk to him?
Yeah, you're right there. Everybody's on the boat. You guys are traveling. Short rest.
Oh, can I reach out to the companion?
You can try to. Yeah, you can try to
Do my
speak
thing?
with. Yep, you can speak. You can do your thing.
Okay.
What's your thing?
Try to focus on pray to the companion to see
Did you really find that
how we
one
can
spot? Let me
save
get that over.
Elturel and what we need to prepare in order to
Just like as a prayer, or are you using some warlock shit?
chill stuff.
Is it a spell? Or is it a thing? Okay.
It's a daily invitation.
Oh, a level 20 thing? Okay.
He's my
Can you read it for me? I just want to be able to do the thing.
patron. He's my patron. Once a day as a warlock, I get to talk to my patron.
Okay. Fantastic. And have you yet today? So, nope, because you had a short rest and then you went in. Okay, go for it. The same, what you just said, like, patron, what's up? What do you want to say?
Trying to figure out what we need to do in order to move forward and to save Belterel.
So as you try to speak to the companion, here. Use this for a second. Roll for that like
Just
a
because
divine.
he's got his D100.
The golden.
70.
It's really low.
100.
Oh. Are you fucking serious?
I'm serious right now. It's on 100.
That's kind of tight.
Want me to zoom in on it? You put the camera on it.
Nice.
Okay, so all right, so
The chains are released.
yeah. The end. Today, yeah.
It's a
So
Star Wars
Henry
meme.
knocked one out of the park, right, with a divine intervention. And the last time where the Seraphim arrived on the front of the ship and was like, so you grasp your eldritch staff, your sunflower staff. You kind of take a knee, and you pray, and you kind of speak out. You're kind of confused at your patron, right? Like you've been. As soon as you close your eyes, you're back at the battlefield. You find yourself looking up and being grabbed by Nirvana. You hear Sandasil say, just by any means, just get her out of here. And he, the winged, charismatic bro is like, all right, dog. And he flies off, and the experiences with Mahadi and things like that happen. As you look back, you see Lulu begin to grab Sandasil when this massive bat-winged beast overshadows Baphomet. It's got a skull for a helmet and a wand with a skull on top of it, emanating green energy and nectricity. Like
Yes.
necrotic lightning bolts strike Zariel straight in the chest, where she takes a knee and she calls upon anybody to defeat demons. And this deep-robed beast, puts out its clean, ringed hand, and this massive demon prince disappears in a shadow. Before he leaves, you hear the shadow go, and splashes Iker onto Sandasil Brightstar. And you hear him say, Sandasil Moja. And this beast that you only know and have heard of as Orcus flashes off into the distance, crackling far away. And you see Sandasil clutch her body, her armor from silver starts wrecking into black, and you see Zariel before she takes a knee before this robed devil, this colossal devil. Give her to Faerun, the child of Tyr, the child of Lathander, will protect. And you see her visage go from blindfolded to bald with a wreath of fire above her head as you hear, rise, Zariel. And your vision cuts out. You see from there, you look up, and everybody on the boat, once again, boom, a glowing light from the Morning Lord reaches out, and you see a fair man in the distance on a field of lavender. You found me. You found me. I am your patron. Please return Zariel to me immediately. Elturel will rise with her. Zariel will continue to cut off the celestial bodies from Faerun. Return Zariel to the celestial host. Epione. And then the sun leaves the ship. Pulled all that out of my ass. Anyways. Japanese with.
All right.
Nice job.
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
Tim.
Any other curveballs you want to throw, Connor?
Yeah.
I'm sweating in my seat here. It's only been 46 minutes.
I walk over to Henry. I walk over to Henry and I look at him and I tell him, it's like, we need to return Zariel back into a celestial. How do you think we need to do that?
You guys are all there. It's a small boat. It's literally a schooner. Like you guys, like I go over to him, but it's like a canoe. You know what I mean? Like you can't, unless she whispered, like you're like, I'm right here. And then there's a looming planetar over top of you that has true sight and everything. He's like, yeah, I heard you too.
If you picked up any special items, but the only thing that I know of on our ship is the sword we just picked up. That's actual from a celestial, has radiant energy.
I would say the Sword of Zariel is probably our one and only route towards redeeming her. And yeah, probably all we got.
And also, while I'm talking to Nick, I'm like, Sandersil, what?
Thank you for appreciating that.
Yeah.
You hear the boat around you go like, thanks.
I don't even know what to think or do right now. This is insane. Everything that's just...
No.
You see the ampersand of Dungeons and Dragons, just light and fire in the horizon.
Sandersil wants to be evil. This is all the doing of, what's his name?
Orcus.
This is all the doing of Orcus. We need to return Zariel and Sandersil back to the celestial realm.
Oh, I will deliver Sandersil to the
You
celestial.
wanted to sound hot, like host. I mean, you always sound hot. I didn't mean to throw that one out there, but like, you're always... celestial host.
Oh, I'll deliver Sandersil to the celestial host on the end of my pike.
Tim,
Yes, sir. Someone said Tim.
can I? Yeah, Tim. This sword that I can talk to, because apparently it has its own person inside it.
Yep. It speaks to you in feelings. It's like the Holy Avenger. It doesn't answer. It gives you feelings. Right?
Okay.
Like you feel like this is the right answer. You feel like it wants to do that.
Okay.
Right? Right.
Yeah. Talking to the sword. Basically, sorry. Questioning, why am I still alive? This was taken to save my party members from death. Why am I still here? I'm not here to take this sword away from other more deserving people. I was taken to save them. Why am I still here?
You get the sense that anybody that would have grabbed this sword, everybody is a representative of either Maliki, Torm. As you look over at Kygon, you look over at Kellenvor, you look over at Lathander, you look over at Tyr, you look over at Mamma? Yeah, look over. Just like a weird spinning question mark around him. And you're like, yeah,
You mean Vecna? You mean Vecna?
Yeah, Vecna. Like all sorts of. He's a lot of things. Yeah. But you get the sense that you are all have been chosen from day one. You know what I mean? To get to this point. And throughout the timelines, and AO or whoever runs, is it AO and OA? I think it's AO AO overall of Faerun has designed its material ambassadors and warriors to get to this point, to get to this time of troubles and resolve it, to bring back Celestia. You get the chance that too long has Asmodeus gone to power to the point where his realm was crossing the phase line of Faerun, where now it's time to push back into the Avernus and turn that into a paradise or whatever. You know what I mean?
as I don't lie anymore, which is a hard thing for Connor. It's something I have to get used to. I turn to Mirren and go. I pull the sword out and say, "This isn't mine. If you're not dying, it's yours.
No.
The whole reason I took this was to save you guys. I do not deserve it, and I leave it at Mirren's feet."
You cannot. You set it down, and it just like it comes right back to your hands. You're like, oh, okay, yeah.
You did it to save us, and by no longer being yourself, you have.
But it's
Tight. Cool.
Cool.
not here to take things away. And I sit down in the corner, a bit confused.
I go to Peter.
Bro, you're having an entire existential crisis. Like, just take a minute. It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't think your task is done, Pete. I think your task is to put that sword in the hands of Zariel.
Well, let's go then.
Where do we go?
Lulu, where do we go?
Sword.
I got it.
Alexa.
Yeah.
Alexa, show directions to
She's like,
Zariel.
hang on a second. She's like, I got an MQ9. Okay.
If I hold the sword up and spin it, does it point in the direction of Zariel?
Not really, but you get the sense of a big familiarity to a calling. You know what I mean? To be able to do something your job is to get this there. Whether she takes it and you keep it forever, that's up to you. But you are an embodiment of a mission, right? You're on a mission from God.
Right, so in that regard, then, as you're asking this question, where's Zariel? I'll move my sword around until I feel the biggest pull, and go that way.
Yeah, no problem. But Lulu's on the same path, but you feel that if you were to start cooking right now and start flying, you would be heading in the direction of, east. I could say you got a little bit of time. Lulu's like, well, don't leave anything in that bag of holding because this is it. She's like, and she describes to you, imagine hordes crashing into legions of devils, and she's like, Zariel will be at the dead center and the hottest point of this battle. We'll know when we get there. It'll be easy. The River Styx is going to be crawling with demons, but they will be on the other side of the river where the legions are marching towards or meeting impact. So there'll be a safe place to park or land. You know what I mean? The Reich wave, and then pull off. If you guys want to drop off, Crickendolt's like, oh, and Lantaurus gets up and he's just like, I can drive Reich wave. Call me. I will go to level 1 and then return to you. Just.
I'm gonna direct that. So I was like, once we get to where we're going, I don't know where we're going yet, but I'm gonna have you guys give top cover with the ballista as best as possible.
So, and Lulu's like, imagine, and she kind of touches the wood of the Reich wave. She's like, imagine all the fireballs. So she's like, Lantaurus comes upstairs and he's got 10 thick ropes, and he's like, stay with me on this. He's like, what if we zip by, park this thing, and you guys kind of whoop, and then boogie on? What if we do that?
So what I'm hearing is we're fast strapping out of the right wave onto the LZ. Cool.
I love it.
Hey, is my unicorn still here? Because I'd rather fast unicorn than fast rope.
As soon as you see this, clip, clop, Mooncolor's like, I'm with you, homegirl. And she just, lowers one shoulder and throws the mane over for you to climb up.
Okay. Last.
Copy noted. I'm on a unicorn.
So this is going to be the last time I can open up Manu's bag of
Emporium. Manu's Emporium.
Manu's magical menagerie of holding. So I open up my shell, and inside the shell, I'm just going to read off literally everything that I have.
Opened up my shell. All right, sorry.
So I've
you
got.
guys would have done that to me. Just saying.
I've
Just
got.
empty it all. Go.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you guys what I have. An absorbing tattoo of cold. I have an oil of etherealness. I have a potion of clairvoyance. I have 2 potions of gaseous form. I'm keeping one of those for myself. So,
Getaway plan.
I have 2 scrolls of protection from earth elementals. I have 2 scrolls of protection from fire elementals. I have a wand of binding, which I'll just read off what this does. It has 7 charges. You can use 5 charges to cast Hold Monster, or 2 to cast Hold Person. And you can expend 1 as a reaction to escape a grapple. I have a potion of Fire Breath. That's all that's available. I have a scimitar. That's not going to help anything. I've got a Staff of Striking, which is a +3 staff. It has 10 charges. You can use 3 when you make a hit to do an extra 1d6 force damage. I have some more Glamored Studded Leather. I have a potion of Mind Reading, a potion of Animal Friendship, a potion of Poison Resist, and another potion of Poison Resist. That's...
2 years?
That's what we have left.
This whole time, as like birds are pecking at you, he's had this frog like next to him, like, and the frog is still there. FYI, hopped along. Kaigon, it's like it's hanging out next to you. You got a frog companion, pal.
Sweet.
That happened.
Hey, I've passed out a bunch of stuff. This is just what we have left.
It's just saying ribbit at you. You know what I mean? If you want an animal handling. It's just gonna say Dave.
So I don't know if any of this is.
You're muted, Connor.
Sorry. Are we? How many people's raiding the equipment?
Nobody claimed anything yet.
Take potions. Everyone should take potions, just in case. Potions are free.
Animal friendship.
So, who wants a potion of clairvoyance? Who wants to know what
I'll take
clairvoyance
one.
No.
See the future, I'm guessing?
Okay, so clairvoyance, you create an invisible sensor within range, and it remains for the duration. So this would be up for 10 minutes within a mile. You can cast a spell. You can choose seeing or hearing, and then you see or hear through that sensor for the duration. And as your action, you can switch between those two, either sensing or hearing. A creature that can... Yeah, basically a little drone.
He should have that in order, because he's got to get that sword into Zariel's hands. So he needs to be able to feel, hear, and see her. Right? If you have any other special thing that you can do to not get...
Let me see. Do you have Connor? Connor's back. Okay, he's off the map. Good. Nice.
I don't know.
Connor, is your charisma 20 now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not used to this. This is weird.
I have 10 potions of greater healing that I've never touched. It might be a little aid.
10? Was that 10 potions of greater healing?
Yes.
I'll take
You have 10 potions of greater healing.
Well, I'll take some of those.
Hang on.
You guys never take these things. So yeah.
Right. Who put your hand up? Who wants a greater healing potion?
We didn't know. We didn't
I've
know
got 2, so I'm good.
You never could like pop my mouth open and like pour some in like while I was.
You guys can hear the bottles clangling like over his plate mail. Every once in a while, you hear bottles like clink, 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 clink.
It's right here on the screen.
I've been holding out.
Some greater healing potions. It's like him and sitting here, really invisible.
Who wants clairvoyance?
Who wants clairvoyance?
Valanthe can have that one. She's good at things like that.
Okay, Valanthe, add a potion of clairvoyance. Delete. Who wants a potion of gaseous form?
I've already got one.
I'll take one.
Cluthkin,
Cluthkin.
add a potion
Yep.
of gaseous form, please.
Cool.
I'm keeping the other one. These scrolls of fire of protection aren't going to help us here. Who wants a wand of binding and can attune to it quickly? Has to be a spellcaster.
Am I a spellcaster now?
If I didn't already have Hold Monster at Will, I'd take it, but I feel like it's a waste if I have it.
That would check.
And everyone has one potion of greater healing. Potion of healing greater. Yeah. And I'm not.
I can't use Wanda Binding.
Wanda binding?
Manu, can you use
Or-
That's a whole different club.
I'm not sacrificing one of my other attunement slots for that. So
So
Yeah.
I will throw this out too.
You see his teeth
I'm-
thing on his fucking phone.
I'm gonna get a.
I'm a magic user. It'll just take you a long time to attune to it, right?
what's that?
I said it would just take somebody a long time to attune to it if they weren't a magic user.
I'm pretty sure wands have to be magic users.
Yeah, it has to be. It says requires attunement by a spellcaster. So
Hey, you know what? We might meet somebody on the battlefield, Manu, and you can just hand up.
Caster just means you have spell slots. Is that how that works?
yeah, if you can cast a spell, you are a spellcaster.
So does that mean a ranger can use it?
Bury it in a safe place. Somebody.
Yeah, if you cast a spell, then
Yeah, I guess
You can cast
I got spell slots. I just don't think of myself as a caster. All right, let's get into some bondage, guys. I mean, pass me the wand of binding.
yeah, wand of binding. It's a
Not
chain.
really duck anybody's
So-
yum.
So Valenti, it's a chain with a skull at the end of it.
You want some of that?
Thank you. Okay, wand of binding. Adding that to my thing.
So Valanthi's becoming a rigger. Right.
Nice, nice.
I like it.
Becoming or just is?
Okay, so I've got a potion of mind reading.
Potion of mind reading?
Yeah. It you gain the effect of detect thoughts, and yeah, it doesn't say for how long. Up to a minute. Yeah, so on each of your actions, you can focus on the mind of any one creature and detect its thoughts with a DC of 13. That's me. It's my DC for it is 13.
Epione really likes being able to read other people's thoughts and doing tricks.
Well, here, take a potion of mind reading.
Yes. Oh. I will take that.
And then I've got 2 potions of poison resist. I would have passed these out earlier, but we had the Hero's Feast, so they were pointless to pass out.
Okay, and I think Mirren gave everybody a greater healing potion.
Are you lonely?
I also have some. I have 5 potions of healing gooder. If anybody wants those,
What's healing gooder?
I will take one.
don't ask. Just take them.
I'm asking. Are they like greater ones, just called something different?
They're just good. They're gooder.
It's like eating rat meat for health in low-level Skyrim campaigns and stuff.
There's a chance. There's a chance that it doesn't do anything.
Outdoor.
Oh,
That RB? Wait.
would you lie to me, Manu?
No, seriously.
I look
I
at-
made these.
With piercing blue eyes.
I
piercing.
made these.
Yeah, I don't want them. Right.
It was in Waterdeep. We were learning how to play Dungeons and Dragons. A lot of things happened. These the potions of healing gooder? Yeah, sorry.
They do. They heal you for 1d4 minus 1. They're great.
Once again, I think Japanese whiskey was involved in that too.
Yeah, that's kind of it. Unless, yeah.
Okay.
If we're done with the bits coming out, I need to talk to Mirren and Henry. And first of all, it's Mirren. Can you help me actually figure out how to use this sword?
Oh, you can take a proficiency.
Oh, I know that, but it's,
Yeah,
the fact is, it's
You need some kind of training, essentially.
I'm a little bit shit at it. Is the honest answer.
Also, you are attuned to it, so you gotta drop something with that decision. You know that.
It doesn't let me in D&D Beyond to tune it, so I can't. It's not my fault. Sorry, won't let me. If you checked it, it doesn't let you.
You made aggressive choices. You have aggressive consequences.
It doesn't let you. It doesn't let you take it.
It's like,
Well, so you have 2 attunement slots then. Is that what? Fantastic.
That's not what I'm hearing. You're fading in and out. What?
Does the ring slip off your finger? Yes or no?
No.
It stays on his finger. He just doesn't stay attuned to it.
True, that's true. It's just you're gonna go through a wall and be like bonk, bonk.
Two.
And you guys are still trucking along in the Reich wave. Make a perception check, Connor, as you guys are mission planning.
Checking potions all day.
Yeah.
Make sure you get
Only 24. Sorry, no.
Sure.
27. Sorry.
You see from about 2 miles out what looked like 2 young dragons like pull away from you and start like flying away from the ship, like heading in a direction, like in like a direction away from you.
Scared.
You get the sense that they spotted you, like those two young dragons spotted you. You going outside?
Also, I'll mention it to them that there's some dragons following us.
We've been made, boys.
The game's afoot. But that,
Okay. I'm gonna get this. So I'm gonna get this sword strapped behind my wings, just so it's there as a beacon, and I'll be basically getting it to 30-foot divine light's gonna come from it to make everybody feel happy and lovely and nice.
Okay.
Did anyone cloak the ship?
Have we got the? Can we cloak the ship?
Pass without trace the ship.
The whole ship.
The whole ship.
I didn't realize I had this. Would anybody like a potion of fire resistance?
I mean, that's pretty useful here. It's
Yes.
people been throwing fireballs
I
left and
don't
right.
need anymore. Yeah, Henry, you want it? Henry, it's yours. It's Henry's.
Gracias. I'm just trying to figure out behind Connor. I'm gonna poke his wings. Does this mean you can fly now?
Yeah.
Me? Connor.
No, Connor should be able to fly.
Connor can
He's
fly.
got wings.
Yeah.
You can't fly as fast as the ship, though.
He's like the boat.
Yeah. He can just cruise.
Oh.
Henry's still absorbing everything that's happening. He's gonna reach into the gray bag of tricks and pull out an animal to suit him.
Okay.
And he pulls out. So I have a boar familiar at the moment.
Oh, why couldn't you have just lied and said murder badger?
Because I play the dice, man.
I heard a mouth boar, but it looked like boy, and I was like, really?
The hat
Jeez, man, I didn't think you were that kind of priest.
I was like, oh no!
He's
My emotional support boy.
really hungry. It's a really hungry boar.
I've been waiting so long. That thing has been sitting on our bookshelf for like a year. Roll the dice.
Or
Waiting for the bag of tricks.
Never looks in her backpack. I do have a wand of. Oh, where did it go?
It's Wanda, by the way. We've decided they're Wandas.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
I win.
We have 2 Wanda magic missiles. All right.
Yes.
There was a big sale in Waterdeep Costco that year.
Yeah. Wanda's Wand Shop.
Go Wandas.
Let's see.
Big sale on Wandas.
It's up for grabs if somebody wants it.
Is there anything you guys want to prep for? Are you guys all doing that right now? So right now you're in distributing toys.
Just like, I got this.
Lulu's like, any spells you guys want to get going? We're an hour away.
Let's see.
Tim, those spells that I got, was that because of the minor beneficial things that you've done for the sword, or were they for something else?
For the minor beneficials.
Okay, fine.
I rolled those. If you want to do that on your own, that's fun. If you're bored, you want to roll on your own. I did it just in case someone was like, so I picked them.
Well, say we got an hour, so I got this thing called ceremony. I think everybody's past the coming of age of where they would become an adult, but if anybody wants to be married, you get +2 AC while we're in 30 feet of each other. You know, you can do things like that. Got this whole thing to do for you.
I'm married.
What are the benefits of marriage? Because I haven't actually seen the benefits of marriage before.
Oh boy, here we go. Let's keep earth to earth and favor to favor.
Yeah. Pay less taxes?
+2 AC.
Patron.
If I may be so bold, as we're sitting here contemplating Connor's an angel, who gets Wanda, who gets this, who gets that, I'm starting to feel hungry.
Oh, nice.
And I think we should talk about this over a meal. I'm going to cast Hero's Feast and put as much as we can in this canoe of a ship.
3 kobolds are playing a solid tune off to the side. It's, very, very Caribbean.
Bang, bang, ding, dang.
You know what I mean? As you guys are along, you hear like there's a little kettle drum. Yeah. Yeah. It's good. It's good feels.
Quad.
Yeah.
Quad is making the meal for us.
Quad's in it.
With that being said, you guys get 20 hit points.
Are those temp hit points, or are they?
It's 20 temp, right? And then you max for the rest of the day, right? You get 20 more hit points to max total.
I thought it's 20. It's 20. Yes, 20 maximum. It's not temporary at all.
Oh, okay.
20 max HP modifier. Got it. Nice.
Ooh, but Krista
D&D Beyond,
if you add the hit points to fill that with her thingy, correct?
Yeah, what she gives would be 10 hit points.
He already did, apparently.
And that was 15? Or, I got hit. Never mind. I'm good. Everybody should be good. And then we're all the benefits therein of Hero's Feast for the next 24.
What is that? Can't be frightened and poison?
Cured all disease, poison, immune to poison, frightened, and wisdom saving throws, you get advantage.
Switching to charisma. Copy.
Connor's finally good at
Tim,
this.
you'll be glad to know, Tim, I am not attuned to the ring.
You hear the war dude laughing in the distance. Gotcha.
Just gonna hang out with Spider over here.
As we, I guess, get ever closer to death and the increased possibility of it, if anyone would like to dedicate their service to Kalembor, okay, just letting you know, I'm here for you.
Maybe
Make that happen.
Crickendall walks up and he's like, I want Felangor. I do.
I'm gonna take that scimitar back, Crickendall.
Are we converting now? Is this what we're doing?
You hear the kobold downstairs like, apparently you don't need salt.
I'll hand him just a different a different sword. Just hand him a regular scimitar. I'll take that one back, Crickendall.
You look at it. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, I'll say
Yeah. He's like, ooh, magic. Thank you. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go around the room and ask everybody kind of what they want to do. I've heard from Epione, I've heard from Mirren, I've heard from Henry, Connor, Kygon. You're just chilling there. You got a frog. You amping yourself up. You're on the way. You hear like, like some born to go to Avernus, as you're riding this Reich Wave Chinook to the River Styx, and you can see you guys are along the River Styx now. Is there anything that you'd like to prepare for battle?
All my spells are ready. My spells are always.
Okay, you're just chilling there, stoic. You're just embracing stoic energy. You're just squeezing onto silence as hard as possible. Talk is cheap.
You just turned into DMX.
Yeah. Well, actually, you guys are in the afterlife. You see, like, as DMX like goes by you, go along the side.
Peace.
May you rest in peace, good Seven.
It's just a hologram.
So that's it, Kygon?
Yep.
Just chilling? Okay. Kluthkin, you're also embracing your Aurelius powers of stoicism, you know what I mean? Just kind of chilling, taking it in. Anything
Sure.
like?
Just kind of wondering, like, okay, so this is this still my ticket to get back out of hell? Like, I've been here for forever. These guys are great and all, but
Yeah.
I'm here by accident, I swear.
And the other parts of hell you were in, they were pretty terrible. This is
This is better. This is better. Better than what I was in. Yes, I'm not tied up naked too in a cell. So
True.
I'm thankful.
The lamp has got that one now, though. I'll tie you up with that.
No, it's okay. Enough of that.
Whoa, buddy. Whoa.
Yeah. Enough of that noise.
Stage name is Wanda Binding. Wanda Binding.
All this short rest, but I'm like, oh, I don't think I'm prepared enough. Is there anything that anybody on the boat can help with? Maybe kind of relearning my spell slots a bit or something. Can we help out?
No one can.
No one long rest me, just knock me out.
Don't got none of that.
Yeah.
Nope. Oh well. Well, I will just go ahead and make sure my arrows are ready.
So don't forget about the aura of vitality as well that you guys can use as well, which counts as a potion of vitality. So if you want to take that, that'll wipe your exhaustion.
I already consumed it and then got
cool.
some health back.
And during your short rests, the short rests that you take, it's maximum hit die per. So anybody that punched the potion of vitality card, yep, you should be max. Should be maxed out.
So
which can go to
Tim, I'm sat.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm sat in the corner with the sword in one hand, my crossbow in the other, and just looking between them, somnously going,
Yeah. Well, a little bit of both, I guess. It's a level 20 campaign.
I could Waylander this shit.
Ooh, happy. Let's see. Tagir, I think was the last.
I think Tagir's just petting the unicorn because it's probably the first time he's close enough to. He doesn't have anything to do, so.
He's kind of just sitting there, and you're just kind of like.
Yeah, just awkwardly.
Checking if your sherbet comes out. You know what I mean? Like, no sherbet. Was this a Squatty Potty commercial? I think. Okay then. How's every?
Do you have any horse armor in there by chance?
Horse armor?
Yeah, armor. Horse.
Like armor to put on the unicorn?
I mean, I have some armor. I don't know if it would fit on a horse.
No, it would have to be tailor-made for a horse. If it's not. Question: glamour armor, does it fit whoever it is? Is that like a weird thing that it just?
That's a good question. Let's see.
You look it up.
Plus 1 to AC. You can choose. Speaks on it. Assumes the appearance of normal. Blah blah blah.
Who knows what happened to him?
I'll just read the whole thing. While you're wearing this armor, you gain +1 to AC. You can also use a bonus action to speak the command word, and it turns into normal
Really
clothing.
cool. The horse can wear it. Yeah, let's stop right there. This is the last session. Yeah. The horse can wear it. I like where we're going with this. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Gone. It's gone
slap
out of the bag. He glamored
nightmare
armor.
What do you want it to look like?
Can be some spiky,
terrifying gothic shit with spikes on it.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Extra footholds I can just sit here and prop up on.
So we have the dichotomy of the unicorn and then the dread nightmare spiky awesome. I love it.
Good. I mean,
he's good. He just looks like
right. I'm just saying the visual of it.
Pimp My Ride Unicorn Edition. Yo, dog. I heard you liked unicorns and goth, so I had it to you goth while you unicorn.
12, 37.
Would anybody like a potion of invisibility?
The right way starts rocking a little bit of Avernus turbulence.
Right, so you
to wear the flag. Move that red, white, blue.
Here gets it.
You see the spine devils just like racking, and they're just testing. They're testing the ballista. Little red ballista tracers are hitting the dirt. You know, it's getting real weird right now. 2 kobolds are coming up with nods. You know what I mean? But it's like daytime. All right, you guys with me? All right.
So I'll keep the homunculus on the ship.
Oh, the homunculus.
Or reach back, you know? So if we need him to swing back around and, you know, get a quick exfil, I'll telepathically, hey.
Is he on?
Swing back, and we can make that happen. In case no one else has any other way of reaching the ship.
Anything else? Going once? Going twice?
Sounds like everybody's good. Good.
Hey, Chippy. What's up, Chippy?
I had another homunculus that I found that was just laying around with stuff.
Do that every drink I take. Every drink.
All right. Okay, so you guys are cruising along. Kygon, you're in the front of the ship, and you begin to see what looks like
Actually.
a city with its stone foundation below it, as if it was ripped from the ground, like roots floating above. Like it's really huge. It's a whole city above the ground as you're tracing along the river Styx. And you can see these massive, about 9 chains from the river Styx protruding everywhere. As you look a little bit closer, you can see what looks like masses of like a big dark form at the base of like the right side of the river. But you're probably maybe 10, 15 miles out, and you're like a couple 100 feet up. Connor, you were keeping vigilance of when you saw those 2 young dragons. You now see what looks like above your head, an adult white dragon poke through the clouds of the Avernus, where the clouds are always like crackling and like meteors are just start ripping through the ground. As you look forward, Kygon, you see a lot of meteors in and around this place, like falling from the sky and exploding. You can see from the distance arcs of light or fire coming from the ground and splashing into the hordes of the demons. And Connor, you see what looks like some sort of winged beast flying quickly towards the Reich wave.
I'll mention this to these people. When I say wings, is it more like dragon, pit fiend,
Kind of
or is
looks
it a
like
little friendly angel?
Do a quick perception check. Oh man, so easy. Yeah. So what's the point? Yeah. So as you look, as you grab your die, you notice that it looks like a manticore, and you see a red dragonborn atop it, grabbing on top of this thing, diving down with you with two white Abishai in formation next to it, flying down to your ship.
Do I recognize it as an Immature in any shape or form?
Yeah, you've seen this. It looks like Archon the Cruel.
I will say this to these people, and I will say it in I'll basically, swords ready, we go to war. Let's go. I'm an angel now. Sorry. And I pull the sword of Zerial, and I'm fighting with Zerial's sword and my crossbow.
As you say that, I bring out Uza, my packed weapon.
The base of the ship bends forward as a manticore with it's like a lion with bat wings. It's got a butt. It's like
Can I shoot it in the head?
Hooves and wings. It's got wings. It's got a lion face and a dude mouth. Delicious. What's up? Somebody want to say something before I go? Okay.
Can I shoot it?
Do you want to shoot it? Yes, shoot it.
Because I do. I feel like I should.
It doesn't. Okay, go ahead and shoot it.
Just repeat.
Critical. 19 critical.
Okay, you shoot the manticore.
Do not change.
We do not.
It's still Connor.
Well, it said he would have died. He is no longer Connor. He's Connor. I don't know.
He's not Connor with an E. He's Connor with an O umlaut.
It's nice. It smells too good. I know, doesn't it? It smells really good, doesn't it? Good.
52 points of damage on my first. That's no critical. Sorry, more.
He did not.
96.
Talk to everybody. Hello.
96 points of damage.
So as you do this, you can tell that whatever being on top of this claims its oath, strikes down in its paladin powers, and you feel it take the damage as you shoot this thing. Its damage goes into the red dragonborn atop it, and he just looks at you with this lich of a hand and just points at you and wags his finger with his other hand.
Okay.
You see him
as he does that. Then
magical.
I get
energy.
my sword to glow brightly in his eyes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. He wags his finger, and he looks over the party. Yunagu and Baphomet have entered the battlefield. Bell is gone. Lucille leads Zeriel's legion. Lucille is master of the Infernal Guard. We must buy time for Tiamat. Bell must be distracted or destroyed. And we will break the chains. And she shall rule, and I shall rule beside her, my queen. And she looks over. Are you ready to hold your bargain?
So
You're quick to fucking shoot me.
Who agreed to this?
Yeah, I think me, Kygon, and Mirren are like, what the fuck did we just agree to?
What was the term on this one?
Who is there?
I turn and go, we agreed that Tiamat would be ready, not that you would be alive to see it.
Oh, me? Oh, to Archon?
Yeah.
Okay, man, I'm not ready for this. Okay. Yeah. Who is in the Appione? Were you there? Henry was there? Who? The swordsman was there? You were there when you made the deal with Tiamat. right?
Lulu died.
Main one talking to Tina.
Lulu, you hear Lulu like, "Can you do the talking, please?" Over to Epione. Remember when I died? Remember you guys killed me for this?
No, I'm swordsman. Taking up with him. But, he... great attention. Epione says something charismatic?
Okay, Roger. He moves to, he's like, "Be warned. There are too many undead on the battlefield. Baphomet and Yinagu are working in concert. There's got to be something behind this. Krull, my deputy, has left my ranks. I believe he's in summoning. The demon lords working together can only mean that the Abyss will make a play at this day. We will hold our end of the bargain, but no more. Know this. I have 200 Abishai, an adult white dragon, and my young dragons with me. We will go to your holy temple, and I will hold every one of your people hostage." And he points at you, Planetar. "You don't have enough to bring me down right now."
Did you say did you say undead? I'm just verifying. You said undead.
Miner's like, "Excuse me, did you say undead?" Yeah, undead. Yeah.
He's the guy that you guys...
He's gonna go to the High Hall and hold him hostage. And if you don't hold your end of the bargain, I will execute every civilian that you have.
What did
I will give you some... In this regards, we don't care who takes charge of Avernus. Avernus?
Avernus, yeah, you go.
We don't care.
Inverness.
Inverness.
Yes, it's a castle north of the...
Queen who should rule here, I am okay with that, as long as she has no bigger plans.
He just starts floating. He's like, "Roger, I'll see you when you distract Zariel." And he starts flying off. He's not a really nice guy. "And I'm gonna get that helm back. B-word," he says over his shoulder.
If he wants to, he can see me with the helm and I'll crush it in my hands.
He's like, "I'm not a demon, I'm a dragonborn." He flies off. We had to cut that one short because Connor's getting spicy.
This crossbow.
Connor's not allowed to tell any lies now. He's not allowed to tell any lies now.
Hold that crossbow with those wings. I'm confused. Where do you put that now?
It's the last session. Do what you want. Just kidding. I'm not arguing with Connor, and I'm not arguing with Manu today. We're just friends with good days.
Yes.
Right next to you, this manicore kind of lands, and its wings kind of folded next to you. It looked over you, kind of like gnarling with like I said, a dude face. It's a lion with a dude face. It looks over, it gets shot, and kind of leaves and departs up into the sky. You get the sense that as you kind of watch this, you see a bunch of like a battle of like Sopwith camels. You know, in World War I, you see in the distance like flies all around Elturel. Like below, you see winged beasts like flying everywhere. Manu, here's like your time of whether or not you're going to descend into this into the fold. Lulu flies forward. She's like, "There!" She looks down, and you can see where legions are formed and massed, and you see various cohorts, smaller elements around the outside, but there is just a massive ball of smoke and fire near 2 chains of the river Styx, as like unruly hordes are meeting very martial square lines of devils. You can look closely where you can see flashes of swords working very in detail, and these massive beasts all along the battlefield, where you'll see where like a massive pit fiend is in places, but there she points. You can see on the other side of the river, no less than like 200-300 meters, like a silvery square in like moving forward against massive beasts. and she's like, put down there by the river, where you can see where like there's a swirl around one of the chains and another chain. You see like a big beast trying to climb up the chain and like pull it down, but there's a spot where the unruly hordes of demons are kind of dispersed, where you could sit down, you know what I mean, like a decent LZ where you wouldn't get shot up too bad. But as you see this, you see a flaming catapult ball just fly over top of your head, and you begin to start like shaking.
I'll look over at Lantoris from the bow of the ship's like, put it down there, and make haste.
El Terrell hangs above you, and the river Styx. The iron spikes that anchor the city have dragged it nearly to the river's banks. Within a few hours, El Terrell will sink into the Styx. Hordes of distant demons fly around the city like gnats, and battle rages fiercely beneath it. Thousands of fiends clash in El Terrell's shadow, and at the center stands a being wreathed in flame, striking down demons with tireless fury. Lulu points at the figure with her trunk and whispers, "That's her. Zariel stands exactly where she always does, where the fighting is the fiercest." And that's where we'll take our first. Where were we at? Yeah, we're good. I think we're a little bit ahead. We'll take 10, and then we're back. Yep. As you hear,
come back
go ropes.
How about come back at 10 till?
10 till?
At 10 till.
10-2. 10-2.
10
of?
So 12 and a half minutes or so.
Plus 50.
I guess,
Okay.
yeah, I guess it depends on where you are.
Yeah. We'll see you in a bit.
Wanda,
Pacific
And we're back. Okay, so just for you guys know, just for you guys know. Yeah. Anyway, so the right wave descends quickly. Lantoris takes the helm. The kobolds and the spine devils and Crickendolt just start rolling these big ropes and ladders off the side of the Reich wave as it whooshes in. And this is how we're gonna run this. Henry's off camera. Epione just ran off. We're gonna. Wow, what's going on? Just sealing them in. Okay, we'll go with Tagir. I'm gonna walk over here. This is gonna be the fun part. I want you to roll a strength check. Coming off the ship.
If it's strength and not athletics, it's a 5.
Athletic.
Oh, athletics? It's a 10.
Okay. Now roll a stealth.
Stealth?
As you see fists, pounding hooves, and things running around you,
Oh my gosh.
roll a stealth check.
At 1 for a 9.
Or for a 9. Okay. All right.
It was next.
Tagir wasn't ready.
Somebody
Okay.
just pushed him over. It's like, go!
Yeah.
Oops, sorry about that.
Valanthe and Mooncolor jump off the side of this thing into it's just like red smoke, acrid smoke everywhere. Make your athletics check.
I am a leaf on the wind. Let's go. Athletics. What? Plus 6. 19.
Okay. Now make your stealth check.
9 plus 5. 14.
14. Where are you headed right now?
What,
Do you
me?
know? Yeah.
I don't know, like down to the ground. I'm not sure. I'm following everybody else. How did I get this fast?
You see nobody, but just a mess of battlefield.
Okay.
Do you know where you're
Are we
going?
like hovering over the pancake? I'm actually not really sure what that is. It looks like a pancake from here.
It's a body of a pile of skeleton.
Okay.
We'll put Valanthe here.
That sounds fun. Pile of skeletons, my favorite, really.
Kagon.
Hey, where's the goth nightmare horse? Put that thing down here.
It's coming. Kagon. Athletics.
Low initiatives.
That is 35.
Stealth.
I think he gets an automatic pass on his stealth just because he got rid of his beard and we can't recognize him.
Nobody knows who I am. That was a 19 for stealth.
Valanthe, Kagon, you're running, your bats hit each other. You turn around with your axe, Kagon, and you see Valanthe's bow pulled tight. You take a breath like, whew, all right, got a buddy. Epione.
Restraint.
You're doing an athletics.
Yes.
Solid. You're good.
Straight.
You get down.
Lucky roll, because she doesn't have any modifiers.
Make your
pretty sure
stealth
it's
check.
Like, it actually might be negative.
Make your stealth check.
Nice.
Matt.
It's 2.
Okay. You find yourself missing. You hear footsteps, you hear growls, you hear moans and explosions. You decide to stick as close as you can to the river Styx till you run into somebody. You run into Tagir behind a stone pillar near the river Styx with the boiling of the river Styx behind you, and you hear a chain behind you. Near you, you hear the flutters of Lulu. Mirren.
All right.
Athletics. On the horsey.
So, can we choose to fly? Because it has a fly at 90.
You can fly.
I will
You can choose.
fly.
You fly. Okay. All right. So you come off.
Knowing that everyone else is not flying because no one else has a magical horse besides one, but I saw them jump off and like, that's weird. I'm going to stay within 30 of the ship because that's where I presume everyone else is.
You're flying. You're up here.
I'm going to say about 20 feet above.
Okay.
But I'm
set.
yeah.
So roll a stealth check.
Disadvantage. 15.
15. Okay.
I wish I had the night time.
Here, can remind me to grab stilty things.
No.
Yeah, you're up here. Okay. You get the sense that a lot of things see you right now. Okay. You're just above where you look below, you see heads kind of flying around. You look below and you can see the glowing horn of a unicorn.
Okay.
About to get punched by something.
Oh, no.
Let's see. Henry.
19.
All right, so your athletics check is down. What's your stealth? Where's your board?
Also 19. Additionally, I'm going to look to Connor and be like, take the pig.
Right. Passes Connor the pig. All right, you jump down. And what's your stealth?
19 as well.
Okay. You land and you find yourself, you see Mirren move forward. You use him as a bit of a landmark as you see him look below and you follow underneath the nightmare and you're up with Kygon and Volanti. Kluthkin.
All right. My athletics was 20.
Okay.
And my stealth was 12.
You find yourself with Epione and Tagir disoriented near the river Styx. Manu.
Uh,
I'm saving the spicy guys for us.
So I'm pulling out the magic carpet, and I'm tossing it out and yelling thunder, and I'm following after Mirren.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Ooh. 18.
Okay. You're up with Mirren. You see Mirren tracking something along the ground. Connor. Athletics.
No, I'm going to do I got wings now. I'm going to do the classic roll out of the plane with the wings around me and just drop.
You're going to the ground?
And then as I just before, with the wings, and then as I get to the bottom, wings, and I land.
Superhero pose, right?
Yeah. Because I can fly. I got to do this. I have flight.
And just roll your stealth for the fun of it.
34.
Right.
It's not bad.
That's not
Wait,
bad.
different than a 2.
Okay. You're going to stay. Where do you want to go directly? Do you want to stay with your group or are you going to do Connor shit?
No. My angel is telling me to do angel shit. So I'm staying with my party. And as I land, I'm getting Zeriel's sword to be a 30-foot diameter around me of holy light. Just to let you know what that does, just in case you haven't looked it up yet.
Nope.
It basically makes everybody feel happy, if you're on my side.
Oh. Awesome.
If you're not, if you're a fiend, you find the swords like disconcerting and painful, and they have disadvantage on all attack rolls whilst within that 30 foot.
Does that include me?
You're not. If you're a fiend, yes.
I'm fiendy. I'm not a fiend, I guess.
So there you go. So you're not a fiend.
Just all fiend.
Is it one of those all fingers are thumbs, but not all thumbs are fingers? Which way around ever it goes? I always get it wrong.
I think so, maybe. I'm all thumbs.
You guys look lucky. Go ahead and roll initiative, and then let me hold off on telling me what it is until I get over there.
This is probably the worst initiative I've rolled in a very long time.
Man. All right. It's true.
Oh, goddamn.
So let's see. Who else am I missing in this stack? Where is my giant angel guy? Where did I put him? Let's see.
I'm here.
Oh, here he is. In the clouds. Those are my flyers. Okay. I'll be back in 1 second. Some will experience worse things. So basically, the party, based on the stealth roll, has split into two. For now. All right. Connor, you're about $1 billion.
33.
25 to 30 and above. Connor, yep, you're 33. Connor. 20 to 25.
24.
Okay. Oh, nice, babe. Legit. Way to use that right wave. And then Kaigon, okay. 15 to 20.
I was dead on 20. Dirty 20.
That is the 20 spot.
Henry,
15 to 20, 10 to 15.
Let's get 13.
Oh, okay. Henry, what'd you get?
17, sorry. I'm feeding the dog.
Okay, no problem. All right, so 10 to 15 again?
14.
10.
What's that?
I got 13.
And 10 was money. Oof, money.
Yeah,
Okay.
right, exactly.
5 to 10. Epione, what were you? Oof, Jesus. 5 to 10? Okay. Hey, 1 is the new 20. So just remember that.
Mirren, what did you get?
3.
Oh,
Yes!
jeez.
You're up there with me. Nice.
Oh, Reek.
What the hell is going on with dice today?
What did Epione get?
No, we need to shake these guys up, though.
What did Epione get?
Do we need dice jail?
4.
Dice jail?
Connor.
Put them in jail.
Tim, what was Epione?
Epione was a 4.
4.
Mirren was a 3.
Okay.
Can't go higher than 15, I know. I have 15.
It's so high.
Except when you roll 100.
Dice out. This is some ritual that Epione does. She'll just roll her low numbers. It doesn't. I don't know.
I mean, don't you all take like the handful of 20s and drop them and pick like the top 3 numbers at the start of the game? Like, doesn't everybody do that?
I don't.
But I only have-
odds.
Unfortunately,
No.
for my dice cam, the yellow dice seem to have the contrast, so I only got yellow dice.
So, where were we? Now we all have our initiative. The front, the field of flames. The front of Zariel's army crashed into the flanks of a demonic horde. You hear massive ballistae, trebuchets, some trebuchets, and war machines, catapults flaring, like hitting near you. It looks like the Clone Wars fight from Geonosis or whatever that planet was. It's just lightning bolts just whipping by you like crazy. You hear
Roger,
abyssal
roger.
language. What?
Roger.
Roger. Things were not Roger. So let's see, below 15. So my unfortunate crew that rolled below the 15. I think you guys are off got a little bit lost. I would like you to make Constitution check.
Hope you're within 30.
Oh, I don't think it's safe.
You are not within 30. Sorry. No buff for you.
This is a very ish battlefield. Yeah, when you're near each other, you're technically near. When you're far apart, you're fucking ways away. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yep.
For the story? Okay. So we'll say, Tagir, what'd you get on that Constitution check?
19.
19. Okay. You take half of 22 poison and 22 fire, so 11 poison, which I think you're immune to, as you go into this noxious cloud, but you remember that you were eating some White Castle, you know what I mean, at the top of right wave, whatever delicious bobo that you like to eat. That's what I've always imagined Hero's Feast is like that thing from fucking Peter Pan, where everybody's like eating
whatever it is.
It's bobo, Peter. It's your favorite.
Yeah.
You take 0 poison but 11 fire from as you go through a cloud, and you're kind of coughing this stuff out. Papione, what'd you roll? 8. 22 poison, 22 fire, which you're immune to both. Congratulations. you get up to this stuff, you're like, oh, it's a cloud. Hey, everybody else. You're like, hey, level 20, bitches. Let's see, who else is there? Kluthkin. You scramble up, you get your bow ready. What'd you get, buddy?
22.
22. Yep, 11 fire is probably all you're gonna get out of this thing. As you get into this cloud, and you're like, it's hot. As a splash of a burning like a Roman candle, or like a full of oil and flames, a bucket just smashes next to you. Let's see, who else is over there? Oh, we'll give Swordsman some damage. Swordsman gets hit. And who else is on that side?
5.
Is that everybody?
Yeah, all 4 of them. Yep.
Okay, so the 4 of you, before you see this thing looming above you. It's got four arms, all with like lobster, like hooks on it. It's called a glabrezu, and it's just like, and bears down on you. In your guys' rotation, I believe, oof, you guys are low. Tagir, you have initiative on this thing after it's gonna hit you. So this thing's gonna run up, and since Tagir, you are on top of the stack, I will get better at this, and I'll pick a better, a level 20 target next time. It's going to make a multi-attack. It's gonna do its pincers against you. 2 with its pincers. Makes 4 attacks. Nice. They both miss unless does a... Wait, no, maybe. Does an 18 hit?
Just misses.
Ooh, nice. And then with its 2 fists, it's gonna punch you for... 1 was a 23.
That hits.
7 bludgeoning damage. And you can hear other various creatures in front of you to potentially punch a hole. You see in the distance, Tagir, what looks like a centaur, and it turns around, and it's got like this weird toothy maw below it, and like a horrific looking demon face. Those are basically the 2 nearest enemies to you, but Tagir, it's your turn.
Okay. Taking a play from Manu's book, I'm going to... Tagir's teeth are going to extend outward, and there's going to be acid dripping from him as I bite into the one that just attacked me with primal savagery.
Yes.
Oh, it's a nat 20. Let's go.
Oh, shoot. Very nice.
Let's go.
Very nice. Let's go. Good job, buddy.
Some damage.
Congrats on that delicious nat 20. Are you hitting the glabrezu?
Yeah, the one that,
Okay.
yeah.
Was that like our first nat 20 of the day?
It was.
I think
We had a nat
Connor got
100,
one.
but I don't think.
No, I got a 19 because I crit on a 19 now.
Yeah, that's not a nat 20 though. That's a nat
I
19.
thought I rolled a 20, so.
47 acid.
How much?
47 acid. Don't you max the amount of damage and then roll again?
Yes.
Yeah, 47. And then with
What was this? What strike was this? What are you using?
It's a cantrip, primal savagery. In this case, I'm making my teeth.
Okay. Oh, nice.
The attack. And then I'm gonna whip out my rapier and attack with Mystic Frenzy since I used a cantrip as a bonus action. Which will be. Oh, there's too many dice.
Ooh, smokes! You guys are so strong.
Well, nobody expects it.
22 to hit? 20.
42? 22 to hit. Yeah,
22.
That hits.
Okay.
I was like, what is happening?
I leveled up. No, it's only in piercing damage.
Okay.
Gear's like, well, you see, I took a level in badass.
You just like right into this thing, and you see the acid just ripping open. You see like gnarled, twisted ribs from inside of a demonic form, and just various sacs inside of its body just like start to, singe away, and then you stab it with a sword. It wasn't a crit. With your rapier. Like inside there, you like puncture its liver, and it's just like, I've got plenty of that, and looks down on you.
Oh wait, I can reroll that one. Add 2 more piercing.
Okay.
I have piercer as a feat.
Was a big hit.
That's it.
Okay. The Aramite is going to look over at the only level 20 with you guys, and just to create some spouse aggro, it's going to do its multi-attack. Actually, it's just gonna sit there, see you guys, not part of the demonic horde, and it is going to make a dex saving throw. Epione.
I need a dex saving throw?
Yeah.
And whatever damage is, you take spousal damage.
Just looking over at the like Twitch chat. Congratulations, Tim. I think you are entering the find out phase with the FOAO and the spouse. Good luck, friend.
13? Yes! As this thing claps its hands and blasts you for 22 lightning. 36. 36 lightning damage.
36 spousal damage.
36 blasted damage. Yeah.
Spousal damage.
Spousal damage.
Spousal damage is a thing now.
Congratulations, it's going in the merch store.
As a reaction, Epione disappears. And I'm going to move.
Gotta make a stealth check if you're gonna move. You just gotta, if you're gonna move in here, you gotta make a stealth check. Because it's a battlefield and you can't see shit. It's crazy. I know, but you can move. You can disappear. But if you want to like go somewhere, you have to make a stealth check to assume you're getting to a good spot. Does it make sense? No, it doesn't. Trust me. You just have to trust me on this.
So that really does make Connor the master of the battlefield.
You can go wherever you want at that point.
Stealth check?
Sales.
Tight.
Up to 60 feet.
60
No, stealth is not like I can go wherever I want to
You're
go,
level
but
20.
people
Suck it up.
see me where I go.
Yep, you're right here.
No, that's not where I go.
You can't see where you're going. It's completely covered. Do you know where you're going to go? Do you want to go back to the right way?
So places that I can see, and it wouldn't be all the way over
Anybody
there.
got any popcorn?
A little bit. You can go back a little bit.
I want to stand on top of this thing.
All right. Okay.
Now I want popcorn. I'm
Your
gonna
wish
have
is
to
my
walk downstairs
command.
again.
Roll for disadvantage, Tim.
Okay. I'll let you see that.
Precarious.
Okay. And what else would you like to do?
That's just a reaction.
That's just a reaction? Okay. I just got bullied, everybody. That brings up Kluthkin.
Well, I want to move and I want to hide. I can hide action, so
So what I'll say is you can move forward, backwards, whatever, but you got to make that stealth check to go through.
To go anyway.
It's a war, like it's a battle. So like, unless you want to keep fighting, right through this thing, you got to make the stealth check if you want to get to your objective. Unless you say, I just want to keep fighting all day. You know what I mean? Like I just want to stay where I'm at.
Let's go ahead and do the stealth check then.
Okay.
All right. Plus 10, 28.
I love her.
28. Okay.
Yep.
She made it out okay. She lived.
Puthkin, you want to leave this battle?
We'll leave this battle. Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck that noise, I'm out.
Is that a gorilla standing next to him?
Close. It's called a Volgura. But yes, Puthkin, as you run
Since
forward,
I'm near it, can I see that thing?
You really don't, like I'm saying, you're moving forward, not backwards. So good job. Yeah. You move forward. It just gets worse as you go forward.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome to level 16.
And I'm like, all right, cool.
You want to shoot one of these beasts. You see a massive, not chill-looking gorilla and another massive, not chill-looking gorilla in front of you. Beyond that guy, you see a hooded figure floating with like a glowing staff.
Can I shoot the figure?
Seems nice.
Great.
Oh, looks like, yeah.
He looks like a nice person. Let's say hello. With an arrow.
With an arrow.
If you just put a note on it and say hello, he'll be fine when he reads it.
I'm right here.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit, good sir.
17.
You guys are going in the direction I didn't expect you to go in, as usual, and I'm adding monsters that I did not. I was like, oh, you guys will. Yeah.
I mean, Tim, think about it as an opportunity to use all these monsters that you didn't get to put on the board before, right?
Pretty much what I'm doing. Anyways, I have to take a lot of Etsy pictures and be like, thank you. That hits, sir.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Which way did you think we were going?
Oh, not good.
For 11.
Take the high ground.
First hit hits for 11.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna follow another one right behind it. See if I can nail it
Hit,
again.
and it makes purchase.
Mm-hmm. All right, that one's gonna hit. That's gonna be for 23.
Okay.
It's gonna be for 13.
13 damage.
24 in all.
Okay. So you see this thing, you see this big looming beast, but you see what clearly looks like something that's kind of alone by itself and heading towards the demons, as if it's on the devil side. So you're actually, you think you're getting towards like the front, and you just see this thing and launch 2 arrows straight at it, the magic user, and boom, he's got like 2 arrows sticking out of his chest.
Nice.
That'll bring up. Oof, let's see. Puthkin, Epione, you were on the top of this thing. You used your reaction. You were invisible.
Scans the battlefield, and I'm gonna look down in front of me and see if it is safe for me to jump down.
You see next to the river, and you see, no, it's not. But you see the swordsman and Lulu waiting for you. Like the swordsman, you know, he's another Mirren type, and he's just not swordsman. Dragonoff is like waiting to not like abandon you, but he turned around and went back for you.
Okay.
Who else are we missing over
I
there?
guess I gotta do another. I'm gonna cast fly.
Okay, Tagir, what did you roll your stealth check? Did you want to move or do you want to stay?
Is that creature still alive?
Yes.
I'll stay.
Okay. You're gonna cast Fly? Nice. Oh, come on! Set. Single character can land on one of those.
A short rest.
Yes.
I did.
Yes. See. All right.
And I will fly just above Dragonoff.
Okay. From your vantage point, you can see now as you're up. So imagine below you is nothing but fog of war. Like it's just constant acrid smoke and things like that spewing everywhere. From your distance, you can see the glow of a sword flying like to your 10 o'clock position. Why are you arguing everything? This is what you see. All right. Jesus Christ.
Because you tried to kill her. That's why.
Yeah.
This would be the find out phase, Tim.
Air is good.
All I have to say is Epione. It's not me and Manu this time.
I was just about to say, it's not us this time.
I gave her one fireball. Connor.
Feel it.
So you're hovering above folks. You look to your left. You see a pit fiend wearing an eyeless helm, clutches an infernal battle standard in one clawed hand while swinging a huge flaming mace in the other. The pit fiend is beset on all sides by what appears to be a massive hyena that you've seen before and several other demons. Around it has its various guards or whatnot, and they're tearing and gnawing at this devil's flesh, and you can see this fiend raising the banner and giving out orders as it's at the front against the horde.
Okay, so I'm presuming that's Zariel in pit fiend form.
That's what you're assuming.
Yeah, no, that's because we think that Zariel's the commander of this, and that's the commander. So how far away is that commander?
From you, we'll say 20, 30 feet.
Oh, okay, this could be fun.
Are you just doing wild ass shit?
Did you
Someone unplug him? Yeah. What's the dumbest thing I can do in this? What's the dumbest thing I can do in this one? What's the dumbest thing I can do in this one? Yeah.
I am, because we're here to basically get Zariel to be good again, aren't we?
Yep.
That's the aim.
You think that's Zariel from your? Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that's Zariel, and
Not gonna make a
Lulu
single
is.
perception check on anything. You're just gonna send it.
One of the things we
Well, no, if I can do a free perception check, I will.
No, not today.
I need all my actions.
You keep going. All right.
Okay, so what I'm thinking of is, as she's only 20, 30 feet away, I am going to use bonus action disengage.
Okay.
I'm going to fly directly through her, zigzagging through everything as a self check.
Okay.
Because I've disengaged, they do not get attacks of opportunity against me.
Okay. Not worried about.
And I basically come up in front of the pit fiend.
Don't forget the. Yeah. Okay, you're in front of the pit fiend.
And say, "Is this your sword?"
Do you speak in?
No, I'm speaking celestial.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I go, "Come back to us, Zariel. This is your sword."
It just looks up at you, and with its eyes, as it like looks away, and then it just points back and just like gives like very, martial commands like and just like points in this direction and takes its mace and swings down at the massive Inagu behind you. It's busy.
Okay. So in that case then, Now that I'm this close, I've moved like 20 feet. Is that... I know I should have done this earlier, but it's me. Is this Zariel in front of me?
It reaches out its hands. As it's like taking this mace.
I'm going to check his Zariel first because I don't trust this little annoying little pit fiend anymore.
Oh, so Connor's smarter than the Planetar. We need a sign for this one real quick.
What do you want for this? Or perception?
It just looks at you and it's just like, oh, get that out of here.
So looking around then. Actually,
that's what you asked, right?
Yeah.
What do you want? It just says, get it out of here.
Okay, I fly.
And it just like points at from behind it, you see a pit fiend and it points at you.
Okay, I fly 20 feet up just because I can do all this shit.
Okay.
And I do a perception check of the battlefield to find Zerial.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, double 18. Look at that. God.
No problem. You can see from a distance, you see a very large winged feminine form, like wielding a hammer and a flail and just like smashing on the ground. It looks 200-300 feet to your front. Like you'll have to make another check to move forward. Probably, I don't know how far you've gone, 30, 40. How much more you got left?
I got 50 feet movement.
Okay. You can continue to advance in that direction.
Yep.
Okay.
That's all my actions and everything.
Roll stealth. Just see if you roll a 1 for me. Just.
It doesn't matter. I rolled a 10 minimum, so I.
Oh no, that's fine though. A 10 would be bad.
Minimum I can roll is 31.
Okay. A minimum you could roll is 31. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
You just. You tuck your wings and you move out. Kaigon.
I love that.
You see, your back is against Valanthe. Henry runs up with you. You look to your left. You see this massive hyena just, and it's battling this huge pit fiend with like this massive great helm with no eyes in it, holding a banner at the top of a hill. It looks like very clean. Well, I don't want to say clean, but like very organized devils facing. Like there's a Nelfejni clawing out at an ice devil. But this is kind of what you see. The pit fiend is large enough to kind of fend off Yanagu a little bit, but it just looks over at you.
Do I get I don't even have any idea which team I'm fighting for, do I?
Yeah, you guys have lots of time to mission plan. Now you're like, this is your, yep, you got your sloppy Joe. You know what I mean? You got your sloppy Joe, what you gonna do with it? Yeah.
All right.
Now you got your buddies with you. Valanthe's with you and Henry's with you right now. So you can non-action speak a couple phrases.
Yeah, I'll look over at Henry and be like, which team are we on right now? Valanthe? Anybody?
I got fucking nothing, man. Like, I've been here 2 days and I still don't know who's who.
I would just get close and then we'll move together when we figure this out.
I am going to start walking in the direction that Connor goes, and I'm just going to attack whoever attacks me.
You didn't see Connor. A light above your head, I will say for a passive perception, and then the light went away.
All right.
You see a pit fiend on a hill. You hear battle in your front, like all around you. You know the Styx is behind you.
I'm going to hold my action until somebody does something to me.
Okay.
Because I don't know which team I'm on.
Yep. As you hold your action.
But I am going to place my echo right beside me.
Okay. No problem. You were pretty high initiative. Inagu's going to strike you. Three flail attacks. Nat. Okay, so I got a 27, a nat 20, and a 19.
Two of those hit.
Huh?
The 19 doesn't hit.
The first two hit? Okay. So the first flail attack will be 22 force damage plus roll a constitution check.
31.
Okay, pass. The second hit does 44 force damage and 13 additional force damage. So that's 57 force damage. As it turns around, flails you, you feel like a bolt go through you, but that energy, that crackling thunder of energy, you bind down on through Torm, and then as you think about it, to not get paralyzed, another one of the 3 bits of flail smack you in the cheek for that 57 force damage.
Damn, that hurt.
And that brings up.
So I held action until something attacked me, so I get to attack it now, right?
Sure, fancy. Yeah, go for it.
All right. I'm gonna return the favor.
All right.
I'm sure that's what he classes it as a favor.
Yes, love this for you.
That's 29 to hit.
That hits, sir.
Seven, 19. 29 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
And I'll hit him again.
Is this with the echo or you?
Oh, with me.
Nice.
Right.
Yep, so the hammer of thunderbolts, you hit him straight back, and you can feel he takes that damage.
And I just rolled a nat 20 on my second roll.
Okay.
Oh, buddy!
Here we go. Here we go.
That starts off at 48.
Yeah, Kaigon versus a demon lord right now. Tight.
My money's on Kaigon.
Yeah, I was going to say,
money's
I
on
did
Kaigon.
not do well. I did not do well.
My money's on Kaigon.
My money's on Kaigon, too.
71 points of bludgeoning.
71 points of bludgeoning. Ooh, 30. Okay. Okay. That's that total for that crit, and you swing up in his crotch and just doink, and it just begins to its eyes are googly eyed because this is my Avernus and there's silly things that happen as it's trying to get its flail going.
Is my
everybody that wanted a serious demon battle.
I'm going to unleash incarnation also on this.
Do that. Unleash that incarnation damage.
Let me check it so I don't forget later.
Valanthe, you're on deck as you see Kaigon going toe-to-toe once again with Yinagu, who you saw rock Manu. Manu, you can see his back. You can't really tell who it is under the ground, but you see some big beast below you. Go, Kaigon.
31 to hit.
Hit, sir.
That's 11. 23. 33 points of bludgeoning.
Okay. And then you take your hammer, you choke up with your left hand, and you pull back and you just bash him in the chest like you're gonna break open a door, and it just and it just turns to face you.
All right, and that's all I got.
That's the damage I wanted to do, but no dice.
Valanthe, you see your friend going toe to toe with a demon lord.
Hell yeah.
The light that was above your head that was remotely making you feel good has disappeared.
So I'm in the bad place now, and I'm like,
on a unicorn.
My buddy is going toe to toe with this lord of like evil dude. I'm just not gonna stand for that, and I got a whole ass unicorn. So, I am just gonna fucking haul off, and I'm aiming for an eyeball this time. So.
Okay.
All right, little purple dice, let's go. All right, what's that? 25.
That hits.
All right, and we got 6-9 piercing. Let's see, second action. Oh, don't drop that.
9. 9 slashing. You said?
No, 9 piercing.
Piercing. Yep. Kaigon over the shoulder, right where you hit him in the chest, as if to prove that she's tracking. You see one of her arrows dart right in that spot in the bruising.
You love this one. So I rolled an 18. Plus 13 is 31.
Yeah, yeah.
So she's going to have watched where that like first shot in the with the sword goes, like, and she's aiming for that apex, right? So I'm being very careful so I don't go across the Twitch boundaries, but she's aiming right in the middle there and falls off. And 8 plus 5, 13 piercing right to the hoo-hoo.
All right. Okay.
Ouch.
Another arrow strikes him right where you critted Kaigon.
And then I'm gonna give a little like squeeze with the knees to the unicorn and creep forward about 10 feet just to get a little bit closer.
You're gonna try. Roll to the Yanagu.
Yeah.
Yep, no problem. Yep, you creep forward. Creep. Let's see. Legendary action time. This is what eats up tons of time. Oh, where are you? Yanagu? There you are. Swat away. Volante. Roll a strength check.
Strength check or save?
Strength save. I'm sorry. Man, I always
Is
do
she
that.
next to a paladin?
No, I think I went outside of your circle, right?
I'm 20 feet above, technically, if I am in the same space as them.
Yep.
Then yes, you're good.
Okay.
So what she
What's
Plus
am I adding
5
something to that then?
and So,
get? +5 and advantage?
one second.
Plus
is this
5,
really-
so
it might not
5,
be
6,
One second.
plus 16 is 27.
Okay, one sec.
Because it's very specific. It either has to be a spell or a magical effect, I'm sure. And if he's just swatting you
He's
away,
just swatting.
then no,
It won't
you
work.
get the
Okay.
+5 on saves, but you don't get the advantage on it.
So 27 minus 5?
So 22 would just be the straight with
Okay.
no advantage. 22.
Unfortunately, as he does take the back end of his flail with the bunt as you hit him, you know what I mean, in his no-nos, and just swats you. And if you fail with 10, if you fail with 5 or more, nope, you didn't. So you get thrown 15 feet away and
Okay,
off.
so since I'm on the unicorn, am I thrown off the unicorn or are both of us thrown?
Yep, you're just knocked off the unicorn.
Okay.
And we'll move her that way 15 feet.
Just
Yeah.
remember, nobody ever falls off a horse. They just have a rapid, unplanned dismount.
Yeah, basically. It's war stuff. You know what I mean? Don't
Okay,
worry.
how much damage?
No damage. You just get.
Okay, well, I'm
Oh,
gonna
he makes
do a quick
one
little
flail
like.
attack. I'm sorry. He makes
What's
one
that?
flail attack and the SWAT away, so you will take some damage.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't think I was gonna fall off a unicorn and not.
It's a nat 20, buddy. So.
Sorry.
So that's
Oh, something there.
4 plus. I forgot to crit this for
Carry
Kaigon.
12.
23.
I'm putting this dice in jail, by the way. She going?
45. 45. Force
What
damage.
kind? Force? Okay.
Yep.
Le dommage.
If you hit with the flail, roll a wisdom check as well.
Wisdom. Okay.
That's 2 crits in 2 turns.
I know. It's not good. Too early.
9, 12.
You are confused.
All right, what's that mean?
You roll a d10. Tell me which number.
Hold on, I gotta find a 10. 8.
Oh, come on, confusion. Come here.
Are you confused? Looking for confusion?
I'm very confused right now.
8 times 6 is 56.
I see the rest of this thing.
6 is 56.
The 10.
All right, I'm just gonna pick an action creature. You can't. Well, since you're done with your turn, you can't move or take an action during this turn. So you're just kind of like frozen there, confused. So basically, you just hear like this ringing, and like that Saving Private Ryan moment where like you hear
Flashbang.
You just got hit, and just everything is just wild and screaming in your head, and you're just like you're thinking of Beirut, and everything's confusing to you right now.
No. Yep, I'm familiar. We're good.
All right, so Henry, you just see Kaigon swinging on Yanagu, and Valanthi just get walloped and sent flying away. Unicorn is like, what? And the light that was above your head disappeared.
I will look at.
There it is. You're good.
So I'm gonna look at my pig and tell the pig, go find our friends.
Okay.
Shoo the pig off.
All right.
And then Yanagu.
And it flies off. All right.
Perception check. That was a hard 18 plus 8, carried the 9. Just out of curiosity, looking at Yanagu, I'm thinking he's about as bad as they come, right?
Yes. I mean, chaotic evil versus lawful evil. These dudes, do you know what I mean, are just like absolute batshit crazy. Perception check on this one is your